worries. We are currently in Borough Market. I forgot we were there. Borough Market in my hometown of London, and today we are talking to an ordinary mummy. Like actually an ordinary mummy, not just like some random mummy I just happened to bump into. She's come all the way down from like, well, for me, the north.
Yeah, Cheshire.
It's north of Watford, it's north. Right, so basically, this young lady has started a blog after she had twins that were premature and started going through struggles with that, and much later was diagnosed with PTSD. So she actually then started a blog about this, which has then gone crazy and completely like taken off. And now she's doing all these amazing things to sort of like to help other people in her situation. So first of all, I want you to tell me about like how was it when you obviously then first of all you obviously went to labour early and had your twins.
Yeah, so we knew they were going to be early because I had a very complicated twin pregnancy, so they had to be delivered at 32 weeks. So we did have a bit of warning, but then I went into labour even earlier than that at 31 weeks. So had a C-section, and then you're kind of, no matter how, even if you are prepared, you're never really prepared to have premature babies. So they were in neonatal unit for 33 days. So I was discharged after 3 days, and then had to leave them. I had a little boy at home who was only 2.5, so I'd travel back in. I'd see them for a couple of hours every day.
We were discussing this prior to actually making the video. She was explaining that she felt a lot of guilt from having to go back and forth between the hospital and seeing, obviously trying to keep up with being mummy at home and also seeing babies as well. So how did that feel for you? Because each one you have to leave a child somewhere.
It's awful. And at the time you either go two ways, like for me, and what then caused the PTSD was I just completely shut down. So my mind couldn't cope with the fact that I was leaving my babies for other people to care for. It was horrific. And that then I was sat at home setting an alarm, getting up in the middle of the night to express breast milk, but I didn't have my babies there waking up. There's just, you go through so many emotions, it's really hard, but my mind just went, I can't deal with this, can't cope with it, so I'm not going to process it. So that just then made it worse. So I was very numb the entire time. So that it's a natural reaction because your mind's trying to protect yourself, but it does make it a lot harder.
He sent me a text because he hadn't got a ticket yet.
So
and he sent me a ticket.
The babies were fine, and they basically just like they were then okay, and you got them home safely.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the end of your issues, was it? Because you were then later diagnosed with PTSD.
Well, yeah,
how did that come about?
So we had a couple of really traumatic incidents where one of our twins nearly lost his life. He got a chest infection called bronchiolitis, which is very common in young babies, but especially prem babies. So he was in intensive care. So that was another traumatic situation. And then later on, one of my other twins had pneumonia and had febrile seizures. So yeah, so that was another traumatic situation. So I kind of thought, well, I had my first flashback after about a month of them getting home, and I thought, this will pass. Like, this is normal, I'm processing what's happened, it'll be fine. And then that kind of went on, then it got down the year, it was a year down the line, and then I had a really bad flashback. We were in hospital a few times more with like chest infections just over winter. So it kind of all was like culminated together to make it, I was just a bit of a mess. But with PTSD, you normally, there's different extremes of it. So some people, it really affects their day-to-day life and they get anxiety and depression from it. For me, I functioned totally normally, but I'd have these flashbacks out of nowhere. But it wasn't until about 3 years in that I realised this wasn't going to fix itself. Yeah.
So you weren't diagnosed when I was 3 years?
No, I phoned the doctor on their 3rd birthday.
Wow, because that leads to something else that you mentioned. You said that you were going to start a petition, or you have started a petition, sorry, to basically get all prem parents to check.
Yeah, so
PTSD.
because when you leave, there's no mental health care for the mum, and with PTSD, for the first 6 months, it isn't PTSD. You're just living a traumatic experience, so they can't actually diagnose it until 6 months later. By which time you've been signed off by your health visitor and you're on your own, and you don't get any information that tells you this could happen to you. This is what PTSD is. This is what to look for. So you fall through the cracks, and the reason that I share so much as I do and I'm so open is I don't want that to happen to other women. I want people to be aware of what can happen and to know that it's normal and it's okay, and that you just need to ask for help because it can, through therapy, through EMDR, it can be fixed. So yes, I put the petition together because it's a questionnaire, a PTSD questionnaire that exists, and when you take your baby for your 6-month check and your 12-month check, I think if you've been in neonatal, they can just give you that questionnaire. It's not adding any extra cost to the NHS. and it's actually going to catch people. Yeah, it's not an extra appointment, and it's going to catch people that need it before.
Actually, that's a really good point. Like, there is like it's not an appointment, so therefore you're eradicating. Yeah,
it's already something you're taking your baby.
Brilliant idea. I'm going to add the link. To well, not to my bio, but I'll put it on there so that people can basically lead their way to the petition for that, because I think this is amazing.
It's a no-brainer. It's just saying a no-brainer.
So money. Exactly. It's a really simple thing.
Because then if it's left, if PTSD's left, you know, I have emails and messages from women on a daily basis who are 5, 6, 7, 10 years into having premature babies, and they still have PTSD, and they don't know what it is, and they don't know what's wrong with them. And then the longer it's left, the more likely it is that it's going to lead to anxiety, it's going to lead to depression, it's going to affect their mental health in a far broader way than PTSD.
And of course that can affect babies as well.
Exactly.
There's one more thing that I really want to talk to you about, and that is this amazing young lady, like despite doing a full-time job, is basically releasing a clothing line for premature babies. Please tell me about that.
So yes, so obviously slogans, sweatshirts, and t-shirts are like the in thing. So I thought there isn't really much out there.
Excuse me while I hook this lady, she's not getting my hints. Come closer, thank you.
Specifically for twin mums, triplet mums, premature birth.
Yeah.
So yes, I put together t-shirts and sweatshirts, so mum can have her twin mama, preemie mama, and then the kids can have like theirs, like preemie power or twin life or whatever my slogans are. And then
released on the 28th of
September.
28th of September.
And 10% goes to charity. So it's split between Bliss Charity, which supports premature babies and their pet families, and Tamba, which is the twins and multiple births.
Amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. Coming all the way down from
me.
the north. I'm gonna get done for saying that.
It's the Midlands, but okay. Such a southerner.
Oh, totally. I'm a shandy drinking handbag, as my mum would say. Okay, lovely meeting you. Bye.